Hi, my name is FARZANA FADHILAH binti NIZAM from class M1FH for subject ELC. For this informative speech, I'm going to talk about the influence of social media in crime at an early age. Okay, now, you imagine a 2-year-old child scrolling through social media feeds more advanced than an adult, often to be unaware that the long screen time can lead to negative behavior. It reflects a growing reality in our digital world. Based on research and real-life cases, social media plays a big role in shaping young people's exposure to violence or crimes, and how exposure at young age can affect behavior, decision-making, and sometimes lead to risky or harmful action. By understanding this influence is important not just for young people, but for parents, educators, and a society as a whole. Of course, social media have benefit not for only young users, but an adult. Even social media has been part of their life, right? Of course, social media have benefit not for only young users, but for an adult. Even social media has been part of their life, right? Here is some benefit that I could figure out. First, it's easier for learning and educational purpose. Can build a social connection all over the world, and social media is a platform for someone to be creative and express themselves. Okay, now let's take a closer look at how this discussion about social media can lead to crime at an early age. Social media expose young users to harmful and criminal content. Early exposure to this material can gradually normalize illegal activities in the mind of children. Many young users often to across violent fight videos, pornographic content, and hateful messages that circulate widely online. Because these materials appear so frequently, children may start to believe that such behavior are acceptable or common. This problem is made worse by the fact that children lack the maturity to process what they see. Those children below age 16 are still developing emotionally and mentally, which make them vulnerable to unhealthy influence. When they encounter immoral content repeatedly, they may not fully understand the risks or sequences behind such behavior. So as a result, some young users begin to normalize criminal activities without realizing the dangers involved. Now that you know the disadvantages of social media, let us look at another major issue: how online influence leads to negative peer pressure. Secondly, negative peer pressure and online influence also contribute to risky and criminal behavior. Young users often follow online friends or influencers who display harmful conduct, and this can pressure them into copying the same behavior. In extreme cases, negative influence from online peers has been linked to serious crimes, including attempted murder. One of the most alarming trends is the rise of dangerous online challenges. Many children join this challenge to gain likes, followers, or attention. What starts as a simple dare can escalate into life-threatening acts, and some of these challenges involve behavior that are illegal. This growing issue is reflected in the increasing number of students entering juvenile schools, showing a rise in youth crime influenced by online behavior. The table shows that juvenile crime in Malaysia remained a significant issue from 2001 and 2013, and I believe that the number increasing year by year, with teenagers aged 16 to 18 consistently recording the highest number of cases. Although the number changes, several years show sharp increases, especially 2006, 2007, and 2013. Overall, the data indicates that older youth are the most at risk of criminal involvement, highlighting the need for stronger prevention and early intervention efforts. In summary, social media has a significant impact on young users by exposing them to harmful content and creating environment where negative peer pressure can easily influence their behavior. With a lack of maturity, many children may even be pushed towards risky or criminal activities without fully understanding the effect of it. To address this issue, several actions can be taken. First, parents and schools need to strengthen their monitoring and provide proper digital guidance. Children should not navigate the online world on their own. Second, digital education should be implemented in schools so that young users can learn how to use social media for a safer way from an early age. Reinforcing the central idea, many experts have suggested banning smartphone or limiting social media usage for children who is under 16 years old. As reported by the Straits Times 2025, this approach aimed to protect young users and reduce the risks associated with early exposure to harmful online content. At the end of the day, every activity carried out by children must be monitored closely at home. Parents play a biggest role in limiting their social media usage. Is essential to ensure their safety, well-being, and healthy development.